Alright, so Game Awards 2025 went wild this year with massive reveals left and right. Today, I've got a clean breakdown of 36 game announcements you need to catch up on. Let's jump right into it. Toshihiro Nagoshi unveiled Gang of Dragon, the first project from his new studio under NetEase. The trailer introduced Don Lee as the lead, walking through the streets of Japan before being stabbed, only to reappear later unfazed. From there, it shifted into a tense bar fight where he takes down armed Yakuza with his bare hands, a scene that felt very much in line with Nagoshi's Yakuza roots. The reveal closed with the iconic Kabukicho Gate, grounding the game in a familiar urban setting. While details on platforms and release timing are still under wraps, the tone is clear. Stylish, gritty, and focused on street-level drama. For fans of Nagoshi's past work, Gang of Dragon looks like a natural continuation of his signature style, but with a fresh face leading the charge.
Hey, Daiki, when'd you make it back?
Excuse me, sir. Shut your mouth.
All right, talk soon.
On your feet, now! Son of a... Fuck it! Just kill him!
Crystal Dynamics and Amazon Game Studios revealed Tomb Raider: Catalyst, the next big chapter in Lara Croft's saga. The trailer set the stage in northern India, with sprawling ruins, layered puzzles, and plenty of danger waiting around every corner. The developers are calling it the largest world in the series, and the story looks to focus on themes of trust and betrayal, hinting at some of Lara's toughest challenges yet. Gameplay footage showed her navigating tombs, solving intricate puzzles, and facing hostile forces in environments that feel both ancient and alive. It's scheduled to release in 2027, marking Lara's return after years away from the spotlight. For fans, Catalyst looks like a natural evolution of the franchise. Bigger, more ambitious, but still rooted in the exploration and mystery that define Tomb Raider.
I'm just getting started.
Neon Giant revealed their new project No Law, and it looks like a solid step forward from what they did with The Ascent. This time it's a first-person RPG set in Port Desire, a cyber-noir city full of neon streets and shady corners. You play as Gray Harker, an ex-military guy who's been living quietly until trouble drags him back into action. The trailer showed a mix of gunfights and stealth, with the city reacting to how you play, whether you go loud or keep it quiet. It's got that gritty cyberpunk vibe, but feels more grounded, focusing on choice and player freedom. No release date yet, but it's confirmed for PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X/S. If you liked the atmosphere of The Ascent, but wanted more freedom and story, No Law looks like it's aiming to deliver just that.
I asked for nothing, and they still came and took everything. The mayors and anyone that stands in my way, every last one of them. They're gonna learn something real simple. You reap what you sow.
Remedy pulled back the curtain on Control Resonant, the next chapter in their paranormal action series. This time, we're stepping into the shoes of Dylan Faden, Jesse's brother, 7 years after the events of the original game. The reveal showed Manhattan itself twisting and folding under the influence of the hiss, giving us a new setting that feels both familiar and surreal. Unlike Jesse's ranged telekinetic style, Dylan's combat leans more into melee, mixing close-quarters fights with psychic powers. The trailer teased Jesse as having gone rogue, setting up a tense sibling conflict at the heart of the story. Scheduled for release in 2026 on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X/S, Resonant looks like Remedy's way of expanding the Control universe while keeping that strange, reality-bending atmosphere fans loved.
Eventually worms its way out. You must have had good reasons. But we were not prepared. Follow.
Pace yourself. It's gonna get weirder.
We finally got a look at Star Wars Fate of the Old Republic. It's being developed by Acronaut Studio with Lucasfilm Games, and Casey Hudson, who directed Mass Effect and the original KOTOR, is leading the project. The reveal didn't dive into gameplay, but the teaser set the tone. Jedi and Sith facing off, ancient temples, and a galaxy caught in conflict. This isn't a remake, but more of a spiritual successor to KOTOR, aiming to bring back that deep, choice-driven RPG style. No release date yet, but it's clear the focus is on story, atmosphere, and giving fans a fresh take on the Old Republic era. For anyone who's been waiting for a proper single-player Star Wars RPG, this looks like one to keep an eye on. Larian Studios finally confirmed what fans had been guessing. Their next project is a new Divinity. This marks the 6th entry in the series, and according to Larian, it's set to be their biggest game yet, even larger than Baldur's Gate 3. The reveal trailer leaned into a darker vibe, showing strange cult rituals, cosmic events, and a tone that feels heavier than past Divinity titles. No release date or platforms were announced, but PC is a safe bet, with consoles likely to follow. For now, details are light, but it's clear Larian is aiming to push the series into new territory while keeping the deep RPG systems fans expect. If you've been waiting for their return to Divinity, this looks like the start of something ambitious. Wizards of the Coast and Invoke Studios revealed Warlock, Dungeons & Dragons. This is a third-person action-adventure set firmly in the D&D universe, but instead of dice rolls, it's all about expressive magic. You play as Katri, a warrior who makes a pact with an otherworldly being, unlocking powerful spells to fight monsters and solve puzzles. The teaser showed her conjuring magic against undead and other familiar D&D creatures with a darker tone than past games. Trisha Helfer is voicing Katri, which adds some star power to the project. No gameplay yet, but a reveal is planned for summer 2026, with the full release coming in 2027. For fans of D&D who want a more direct, action-focused experience, Warlock looks like it's aiming to deliver something fresh. Capcom dropped the third trailer for Resident Evil Requiem, and this one finally confirmed Leon S. Kennedy as a playable character. He joins FBI analyst Grace Ashcroft, with both stories crossing paths in an abandoned hotel tied to the old Raccoon City incident. The trailer gave us a look at Leon investigating a body, while Grace continues her own tense search, showing how their gameplay styles will differ. Grace leaning into survival horror and investigation, Leon bringing more direct action. It's a nice mix that feels true to the series. The game is set to release on February 27th, 2026 for PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS, and pre-orders are already open. For fans, this trailer was a solid confirmation that Requiem is shaping up to deliver both the horror and the action Resident Evil is known for.
Talk to me. Is this one like the others? And it's not post-mortem lividity. Hey, I just got a report of a missing police officer. It might be unrelated, but he disappeared near where the 5th body was found.
Through you, Elpis can finally be set free.
The team has settled on a person of interest. Someone with ties to Umbrella. Victor Gideon.
Grace! Grace!
Victor purchased a building after Umbrella went under. I'll send you the address.
Welcome. Dr. Gideon has been expecting you.
You there, Leon?
Yeah.
Hey, over here.
FBI. What are you doing here?
Would you like to see what's hidden under the hood?
Don't do anything stupid.
Me? Never. Think I want a second opinion.
J.J. Abrams and Mike Booth revealed For Loop, a new co-op sci-fi shooter from Bad Robot Games. The trailer showed a strange version of Earth filled with neon lights and dangerous creatures, with squads of 4 players working together to survive. The idea here is simple but interesting. You're meant to learn from your mistakes, adapt, and try again, making each run feel different. It's designed for replayability, with plenty of ways to build your team and experiment with tactics. No release date yet, but it's confirmed for PlayStation 5 and PC, and playtests are already planned. For fans of co-op shooters who enjoy teamwork and a bit of sci-fi flair, For Loop looks like one to keep on the radar.
We'll use our machine to bring you back.
Reprinting. Reprinting.
If you can relentlessly experiment.
Reprinting. 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 Reprinting.
Test strategies. Learn from your failures. You will become the world-saving team humanity needs you to be. Trust me, the voice in my head hasn't been wrong yet. From now on, nothing is impossible. Now get out there and fail to...
One of the quieter but memorable reveals was the Free Shepherd. It's an atmospheric adventure from Frame Interactive where you play as a border collie roaming a mysterious island, herding and protecting lost sheep. The trailer showed wide Iceland-inspired landscapes, mystical portals, and a calm, emotional tone that feels different from most big-budget announcements. The game isn't about fast action. It's more about exploration, instinct, and uncovering the secrets of the island while keeping your flock safe. Music from Zoe Keating adds to that reflective vibe. It's set to release in 2027 on PC and PlayStation 5, so it's still a ways off, but for anyone who enjoys slower, atmospheric experiences, the Free Shepherd looks like something worth keeping an eye on. Crystal Dynamics revealed Tomb Raider: Legacy of Atlantis, a full remake of Lara Croft's very first adventure from 1996. The trailer showed her classic look updated with modern visuals, complete with dual pistols, dinosaurs, and those familiar ancient ruins. This isn't just a remaster, it's a full reimagining built in Unreal Engine 5, bringing back the original story of Lara's search for the lost city of Atlantis while expanding the environments with more detail and cinematic flair. It's set to launch in 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XOS, and PC, making it the nostalgic lead-in before Tomb Raider. Catalyst arrives in 2027. For fans who grew up with the original or newcomers curious about Lara's roots, Legacy of Atlantis looks like a thoughtful way to revisit where it all began.
Would send me on. But it lit a fire that still burns. I need to see more. I need to go further. To uncover the secrets of Atlantis. Some legends are destined to be retold.
Bandai Namco finally revealed Ace Combat 8: Wings of Theve. It's the first new entry since Ace Combat 7 back in 2019, and it's set to launch in 2026 on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. The trailer showed off near photorealistic skies and intense dogfights, with Project Aces clearly pushing visuals to the next level. Story-wise, it takes place after Ace Combat 7 and before Ace Combat 3, with players rising to become the Ace of Aces while leading a crew from a massive aircraft carrier. Bandai Namco says single-player storytelling is a big focus this time, so expect more character moments alongside the high-speed aerial combat. No firm release date yet, but for fans of the series, Wings of Theve looks like a strong continuation of the Strange Reel saga.
Roger that. God damn it.
Start swimming, soldier. Make it home alive.
Let's keep at it, Rex.
Ray, heads up!
On your orders, Rex.
To keep Hope alive, Wings of Theve must stay on the mission. Must fly on.
I can make up your kill count to be whatever.
Right. From now on, you'll be the greatest ace pilot this war will ever know.
Paw Print Studio and King's Glory showed off Aniimo, a free-to-play open-world RPG built around catching and battling creatures. The trailer highlighted bright landscapes, unique animos, and a mix of action combat with exploration. Unlike traditional creature games, this one leans into cooperative play, letting you team up with friends to explore and fight together. It's still early, with no release date yet, but a second closed beta is coming soon for PC and Xbox. The vibe feels casual and colorful, with plenty of room for discovery and bonding with your creatures. For players who enjoy the creature-catching genre but want something more open and social, Aniimo looks like it's shaping up to be a fun option. Wildflower Interactive revealed their first project, Coven of the Chickenfoot. It's a puzzle platformer adventure led by Bruce Straley, who previously directed Uncharted 2 and The Last of Us. The game stars Gertie, an elderly witch, and her odd feathered companion as they set out to fulfill a Coven's oath after the usual monsters and dungeons have already been cleared away. The trailer showed off a cel-shaded art style and a slower, more intimate tone, focusing on companionship and problem-solving rather than big action. It's a smaller, stylized project compared to Straley's past work, but that's part of the charm. It feels like a fairy tale adventure with a unique personality. No release date yet, but it's confirmed for PC on Steam, and it looks like one of those games that could quietly stand out.
Come on.
Blizzard revealed Diablo 4, Lord of Hatred, the game's second big expansion. It's set to launch on April 28, 2026, and brings back the Paladin class, a fan favorite from Diablo 2, with another new class still under wraps. The story picks up after Vessel of Hatred, with Mephisto spreading his influence across Sanctuary. In a surprising twist, Lilith returns, not as the main villain, but as a reluctant ally, which should make for some interesting tension. The expansion also introduces Skovos, a new region tied to Diablo's deeper lore. Alongside the new content, Blizzard promises system improvements to refine the overall experience. For players, Lord of Hatred looks like the climactic chapter of the current saga, mixing familiar faces with new challenges. Archetype Entertainment gave us a fresh look at Exodus, their upcoming sci-fi RPG. Led by former BioWare veterans, the game is being called a spiritual successor to Mass Effect, but with its own twist. The trailer showed alien worlds, strange civilizations, and a focus on choices that ripple across time thanks to a time dilation system. Matthew McConaughey even appears as a key character, adding some star power to the cast. The vibe feels like Indiana Jones meets Interstellar, mixing exploration with big moral decisions. It's set to release in early 2027 on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. Details are still light, but the promise is clear. A galaxy-spanning adventure where your decisions truly shape the future.
Fulfill the purpose for which you were crafted, and seize your destiny.
Our world is dying. You are the only one who can wield celestial tech and find a cure.
Well, that's terrifying.
But with the right ship and the right crew, you could save all of us.
I was on an alien world. Felt like I was finally doing what I was made for.
Thank you, June.
We are the defenders of Leiden's future. And we will fight to protect it.
The fight for survival has consequences. How far are you willing to venture? How much are you willing to sacrifice to save your world?
Damn, kid. No pressure there.
Team Soda revealed Escape from Duckov, a top-down survival RPG that mixes shooter-looter mechanics with a playful, cartoonish style. The trailer showed squads of players blasting through waves of enemies, grabbing loot, and trying to stay alive in chaotic environments. It's not aiming for gritty realism. Instead, it leans into humor and lighthearted fun, making it stand out from other survival games. The developers also announced a new seasonal map dropping on December 18th, so content updates are already lined up. Platforms haven't been confirmed yet, but PC and consoles are expected. For anyone who enjoys co-op survival games but wants something more colorful and quirky, Escape from Duckov looks like a refreshing option. Night Games surprised fans with the reveal of Forest 3, the next entry in their survival horror series. The trailer started in a starship cockpit before crashing onto a strange, swampy world, showing off a mix of futuristic tech like holographic tools and blast doors alongside the familiar survival gameplay of hunting and gathering. It's a big shift from the woodland horror of the past games, leaning into a sci-fi vibe while still keeping the unsettling atmosphere the series is known for. Toward the end, we got a glimpse of disturbing new monsters, reminding players that horror is still at the core. No release date yet, but it's confirmed for PC and consoles. For fans of the Forest and Sons of the Forest, this looks like a bold new direction while keeping the survival roots intact. ArenaNet used the stage to highlight Guild Wars 2, Visions of Eternity, the game's 6th expansion. The trailer wasn't about reinventing the wheel, it was more of a celebration, marking 25 years of ArenaNet and 20 years since the original Guild Wars. It showed off Terria's landscapes, cooperative battles, and reminded players that GW2 is still one of the most welcoming MMOs around. For newcomers, the message was clear. You can jump in for free and join a community that's been growing for 2 decades. For veterans, Visions of Eternity adds new storylines and zones to explore, keeping the world alive and evolving. The expansion is already live on PC, so whether you're returning or starting fresh, now's a good time to step into Tyria.
Newest expansion, Visions of Eternity. Download and play now.
Next, we have Highguard, a new PvP raid shooter from Wildlight Entertainment, the studio formed by ex-Respawn and Call of Duty veterans. The trailer introduced players as Wardens, arcane gunslingers battling across a mythical continent. Matches are built around fighting rival crews for the Shield Breaker, then raiding and destroying their bases, with airships, Eagle Companions, and mounted combat adding extra layers of strategy. It's free to play and set to launch on January 26th, 2026 for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. The reveal was a surprise closer for the show, and while details are still light, the mix of mythological style and raid-based PvP makes Highguard stand out as something fresh in the shooter space.
Your light belongs to me.
Moving in for the attack.
Shield breaker forming. Blade out.
Strike fast. Siege tower coming in. The coming storm.
am a warden, and this is my oath.
CI Games revealed Lords of the Fallen 2, the next entry in their Souls-like series. The trailer introduced Omurus, a new central character, and gave us a look at faster, harsher combat built in Unreal Engine 5. One of the standout details is the new dismemberment system, where enemy limbs can be removed mid-fight, adding a brutal edge to battles. The setting continues the clash between the human realm and the dead realm of Umbral, with towering monsters and grim environments on display. CI Games also teased shared progression co-op so players can tackle the campaign together. It's set to launch in 2026 on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X/S, and is already up for wishlisting. For fans of dark fantasy and punishing combat, Lords of the Fallen 2 looks like it's pushing the series further while keeping its core identity intact.
Father, forgive me.
NetEase finally confirmed Deadpool for Marvel Rivals. The trailer leaned into his trademark humor, showing him crash Season 6, Night at the Museum, as a DPS duelist hero. The season kicks off January 16th, 2026 with a storyline where Gambit and Rogue's museum heist spirals out of control once Deadpool gets involved, opening cages and turning the place into chaos. His arrival also lines up with the 35th anniversary of his comic debut, making the timing feel perfect. The reveal didn't stop there. Elsa Bloodstone was teased for Season 6.5, adding a monster-hunting edge to the roster. For fans, this was the long-awaited confirmation that the Merc with a Mouth is finally playable, and it looks like he'll bring plenty of personality to the game's evolving lineup.
What's this game's tagline? Ignite the battle! Woo-hoo! Yeah! Now why'd I do this again?
Oh, right. She's my rival.
Jonathan Blow revealed Order of the Sinking Star, his first new project since The Witness. The trailer introduced a vast island filled with puzzles, magic, and strange contraptions, but this time you're not alone. Multiple characters bring their own stories into the mix. Blow described it as a kind of puzzle super collider, with more than 1,000 handcrafted challenges designed to connect and evolve as you play. The perspective is different too, shifting to a third-person overhead view rather than the first-person style of The Witness. It's ambitious, with 4 distinct worlds that eventually collide, promising hundreds of hours of gameplay. The game is set to launch in 2026 on PC, with other platforms to follow, and it looks like another deep, thoughtful adventure for puzzle fans.
They're very useful. Watch this.
Can you push a stone back across the water?
That's water?
When the portal appeared and I stepped into this overworld, I had never imagined such a device that could fuse realities. Not just mashing together terrains, it weaves the very laws of nature into a composite whole. The result surprises me constantly, but who has done all this? And what do they want with me?
Wiredfly and Kong Orange revealed Out of Words, a co-op puppetry platformer coming in 2026. The game tells the story of 2 lovers who can no longer speak, so instead of dialogue, players rely on gestures, movement, and teamwork to navigate puzzles and challenges. The trailer showed puppet-like characters moving through surreal environments with a focus on emotional storytelling rather than fast action. It's a simple but creative idea, exploring themes of love, doubt, and confusion in a way that feels both playful and thoughtful. Out of Words will be available on Xbox, PS5, Epic Games Store, and Nintendo Switch 2, making it widely accessible. For players who enjoy cooperative games with a unique twist, this looks like one worth keeping an eye on. Indie studio Moonlight Foundry revealed Orbitals, a sci-fi action-adventure set among drifting stations in a fractured galaxy. The trailer showed players piloting ships, building orbital bases, and teaming up to survive against alien factions and strange cosmic anomalies. It's not just about combat. Resource management and cooperation look to be just as important, with the game leaning into exploration and community rather than pure action. The art style mixes realism with neon-lit flair, giving the stations and ships a distinctive look. Orbitals is set to release in 2026 on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series XLS. And while details are still emerging, it feels like one of those projects aiming to blend survival mechanics with a more thoughtful, cooperative vibe. Saber Interactive and Focus Entertainment dropped a new trailer for John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, confirming it's coming March 12th, 2026. The game is a co-op zombie shooter with a big dose of 1980s action horror flair, clearly influenced by Carpenter's style. The trailer showed squads blasting through hordes of zombies, not just on foot, but also in off-road vehicles, adding a chaotic twist to the usual co-op shooter formula. The story pits players against the Sludge God, a monstrous threat behind the outbreak, and it's all about teaming up with friends to mow down waves of enemies. It's launching on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, with pre-orders already open. For fans of co-op shooters who enjoy a mix of horror and over-the-top action, Toxic Commando looks like it's lining up to be a fun ride. S-Game finally locked in a release date for Phantom Blade Zero. The trailer showed off its mix of martial arts flair and dark fantasy with Soul, the assassin protagonist, caught in a desperate fight after being cursed with only 66 days to live. Combat looks fast and stylish, with cinematic swordplay and brutal boss encounters. We also got glimpses of surreal story beats, like a masked villain stealing a baby and a companion turning into a hollow monster. It's set to launch September 9th, 2026 on PS5 and PC. And while the tone is grim, the focus is clearly on fluid action and striking visuals. For fans of punishing action RPGs, Phantom Blade Zero feels like one to keep on the radar.
No one goes near that place, at least not anymore, but you. Give my dark misfortune.
I knew it. You'd never break so easily. But why did you come back?
The Order's blades are coming. They failed once, but they won't fail again.
Please, take it. Save our people. The girl's nothing but a shell now. She'll never be the same.
You broke my blade. But we broke your spirit!
Phantom is movement, striking from where none expect. Blade is breath. We channel it into steel, turning any blade
into a divine weapon. When Phantom and Blade unite, no enemy stands.
Who are you?
Capcom finally gave Pragmata a firm release date, April 24th, 2026. The new trailer showed Hugh, a soldier, and Diana, a mysterious girl, exploring a lunar city while battling giant robots and navigating collapsed environments. Gameplay mixes third-person shooting with action platforming, leaning into cinematic combat and exploration. The demo is already live on Steam, with console versions coming later, and pre-orders include themed outfits for both characters. It's launching across PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PC, and even Nintendo Switch 2, making it widely accessible. After years of delays, Pragmata looks set to finally deliver its sci-fi vision, blending futuristic action with a story about survival and companionship.
Hello, unregistered guests. Your presence here is a violation of Cradle Security Protocol.
PlayStation and Housemarque gave us a new look at Saros, their upcoming PS5 exclusive. The trailer leaned into the studio's strengths, fast, stylish combat and surreal sci-fi worlds, but this time with a stronger narrative focus. It's being called a spiritual successor to Returnal, so expect roguelike elements and bullet hell intensity, but wrapped in a more story-driven structure. The footage showed alien biomes, fluid traversal, and large-scale encounters that feel bigger than anything Housemarque has done before. No firm release date yet, but it's confirmed for 2026. For fans of Returnal, or anyone into high-speed sci-fi action, Saros looks like it's shaping up to be one of PlayStation's headline exclusives next year.
This is what it does. It gets in our heads, and it twists, and it turns.
I won't break our promise. I will make everything perfect again. I know you're here, and I will find you.
Tactical Adventures revealed Solasta 2 with a trailer that set the stage for a more cinematic take on their tactical RPG series. The story follows 4 adopted siblings of the Caldwell family, who uncover secrets left behind by their late mother while facing the growing corruption of Shadwin across the island of Neokos. The trailer highlighted turn-based combat, magical landscapes, and a stronger narrative focus than the first game. A big draw this time is the voice cast, featuring names like Amelia Tyler and Ben Starr, which adds weight to the characters. Solasta 2 enters early access on Steam on March 12th, 2026, giving players a chance to dive in early. It looks like a natural evolution of the series, keeping the tactical depth while layering in more story and personality.
What an interesting family you must have.
Is that fear I sense?
Good. Stay in the light. Never give into darkness. Your loving mother, Mahin.
Fuse Games revealed Star Wars Galactic Racer, a fresh take on pod racing from the team behind Burnout and Need for Speed. The trailer showed high-speed runs through the Outer Rim, including a track on Jakku's Graveyard of Giants where racers weave between wrecked Star Destroyers and AT-ATs. It's described as a runs-based, high-stakes racer, meaning every race carries risk and reward, with vehicles ranging from land speeders to speeder bikes. The setting takes place after the fall of the Empire, with the Galactic League running underground competitions across dangerous worlds. It's coming in 2026 to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, and it already looks like a stylish reinvention of Star Wars racing for a new generation.
The galaxy needs racing!
GP Track 50 revealed Stupid Never Dies, a new action RPG from Capcom veteran Hiroyuki Kobayashi. The trailer introduced Davey, a zombie who dives into monster-filled dungeons to rescue Julia, the frozen human he loves. The tone was loud and stylish, leaning into a music video vibe rather than traditional fantasy. Gameplay looks fast and energetic, with dungeon crawling and monster battles at the core. It's quirky, mixing humor, horror, and romance in a way that feels different from Kobayashi's past work on Devil May Cry and Resident Evil. The game is set to launch in 2026, with platforms still to be confirmed, but PC and consoles are expected. For players who enjoy action RPGs with personality and flair, Stupid Never Dies looks like one to watch. GP Track 50 and Kepler Interactive revealed TankRat, a brutal vehicular action adventure set in a storm-ravaged wasteland. You play as Whitaker, a sleepwalker whose consciousness is uploaded into a hardened drone called a Needle. The world is crawling with corrupted tank rats, and survival means scavenging, dismantling, and rebuilding yourself from whatever wreckage you can find. The trailer leaned into fast, destructive combat, showing swarms of enemies and chaotic battles across desolate landscapes. The game's tagline, "What you take becomes what you are," captures its focus on evolving through destruction. TankRat is coming in 2026 to PC and PS5, with epic players of Tankhead getting a free upgrade. It looks like a gritty, high-energy ride for fans of vehicular combat games. IO Interactive finally pulled back the curtain on 007 First Light, their James Bond origin story. The trailer showed off the mix of stealth, gunplay, and fast cars you'd expect. But the big surprise was the reveal of Bond's new villain, Pirate King Bauma, played by Lenny Kravitz. We saw Bond in classic danger, hanging above crocodiles, before cutting to sleek action sequences that felt very much in line with IO's cinematic style. It's set to launch March 27th, 2026 on PS5, Xbox Series X and S PC, and Nintendo Switch 2, with pre-orders already open. For fans of Bond or IO's Hitman series, this looks like a fresh take that blends espionage with blockbuster flair while giving us a new look at Bond's early days.
Infected. Easy, girls. Plenty of meat for everyone.
Girls. Of course.
Creative Assembly finally revealed Total War, Warhammer 40,000 taking the series into the grimdark future of the 41st millennium. The trailer showed Ultramarines clashing with orcs across massive battlefields, while actor David Harbour introduced the game and confirmed he'll voice a character. Built on the new War Core engine, it promises galactic-scale campaigns where players can fight across multiple planets. At launch, 4 factions are confirmed: Space Marines, Orcs, Eldari, and Astra Militarum, with full customization for armies including heraldry, war gear, and traits. It's also the first Total War RTS to hit PlayStation, alongside PC and Xbox Series X and S. No release date yet, but the reveal made clear this is one of the biggest leaps for the franchise, blending Total War's tactical depth with Warhammer 40K's iconic universe.
Across countless worlds, battles rage. Lead your armies. Conquer worlds. Fight on as the galaxy burns. For there is no peace amongst the stars. There is only war.
And finally, Frictional Games revealed Ontos, their new sci-fi mystery thriller and spiritual successor to Soma. The trailer introduced Aditi Amani, an engineer exploring Samsara, a moon hotel built over the ruins of a failed mining colony. The setting feels eerie and layered, with every corridor hiding pieces of her father's past and strange experiments. Frictional is leaning into what they do best: immersive storytelling, moral choices, and unsettling atmosphere, while expanding the scale with interconnected environments. The reveal also confirms Stellan Skarsgård as part of the cast, adding weight to the narrative. Ontos is set to launch in 2026 on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S, and it looks like a thoughtful, atmospheric adventure for fans of sci-fi mysteries.
That's why all of us are here. You want to understand, to know. Then you have to step beyond the walls surround you. Play your father's game. Push the very limits until you're reality itself.
And that's all 36 game-related reveals you needed to know from this year's Game Awards. If you enjoyed the breakdown, drop a like and feel free to share your favorite announcement in the comments. See you in the next video.